In the spotlight this morning, convicted killer Adam Montgomery, who is one step closer to getting a new trial. The New Hampshire Supreme Court will hear arguments next month in Montgomery's request for a new murder trial. Montgomery was convicted in the murder of his 5-year-old daughter, Harmony. He was sentenced to 56 years to life in prison. And earlier this year, his attorneys filed an appeal citing 3 errors. The court's failure to sever assault and murder charges, evidence of past abuse that was admitted, and Montgomery's interaction with police in 2021 that was shown to the jury. Here's that video.
Your ex, Crystal, I did talk to her. She's like not mad at you. She's just kind of concerned. She hasn't seen her kid. So that's why the bells and whistles start going off and people fall off is the word. You know what I mean? So I don't know her that well. I know you better. I only met her once, so I don't know what type of woman, what kind of woman is she.
She's crazy.
When's the last time you had to talk to her?
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
What happened 2 years ago? You guys stopped talking?
I don't even want to say nothing no more, man. I really don't.
Would you guys have like another blowout?
No.
No, it's not a Florida. I need no probation.
She wanted to see her kid.
There's no probation.
What's so bad about it that you don't want her to see?
I let her see her.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Like in person or like?
Yeah.
Oh. And then it was just not a good visit?
I got nothing else to say, John, right
Well,
now.
hey, if she did something wrong, I want to know.
I can't.
And we want to point out that jurors saw that video you just saw, but they saw it with no audio. So we're asking, does Adam Montgomery deserve a new trial? Here to discuss, family law attorney Jennifer Brandt and criminal defense attorney David Bruno. David, I want to start with you. Does he have a chance at his appeal?
Ooh, I'm scratching my head on this one, on this conviction. But I'll tell you what, one of the most frequently issues that gets convictions reversed is this prior acts. That's really, I look at the 3 areas. He's arguing prejudice because of a lack of severance on the assault and the murder, the prior allegations of abuse, and the statement that kind of really may go into sort of that area. And that is where, as prosecutors, you really want to convict on the actual facts and allegations of the incident itself. Generally speaking, history is prohibited from coming in unless there's a very specific rule of evidence that allows it in. Usually it's 404B that we use throughout all of these states. And if there's relevance that is needed, probative evidence, lack of mistake, it goes to purpose, there's a pattern, things like that gets decided before the trial, then it gets allowed for those particular reasons. So when I look at this appeal, I see sort of that thread going through all 3 about prior abuses and prejudice that the defendant is arguing. But just because they accept this appeal doesn't mean it is getting reversed either, which is a worthy point to make.
Yeah, absolutely. Jennifer, so in that situation, as David was describing it, so you could see how jurors might take a look at past abuse that he did on his beautiful little daughter, Harmony, and then say, yeah, you know what, he killed her.
Yeah, and I mean, this was tough because I don't think her body was ever found, so we really don't have that evidence of her, death and how it was caused. But there was a lot of other evidence that were brought into the case. You're dealing with a beautiful child, so I think it's a really tough one. I'm not so sure he's going to get a new trial based on all the facts that came in during his first trial.
Now, his attorney said his estranged wife, Kayla, should not have been allowed to testify about Harmony's abuse. Let's go ahead and listen to some of what she had to say while she was on the stand.
Did you see him put Harmony in that duffel bag?
Yes.
How did he put her in there, Kayla?
He, folded her in half and put her in the duffel bag.
And this was just another one of the trials here that we cover at Court TV that was so hard to watch and listen to the testimony of how this little girl was treated. David, what'd you think of her testimony? I mean, she was quite emotional on the stand, obviously.
Yeah, very emotional. You know, prosecutors have to bring the witnesses that have the personal knowledge. And unfortunately, they don't get to pick their witnesses. They don't get to pick the spouse of a defendant on a child abuse case. Let's not forget, Adam did not even appear at trial. I mean, you could imagine what the jury thinks about that. He wasn't in court for the testimony. He wasn't in court there. He was still in his jail cell when they were brought over, something that we were all talking about when we were watching that. But again, this 404B evidence for prosecutors is dangerous. And really, as prosecutors, and I've dealt with this before, do you need it? Do you really need to bring in the prior acts to support your allegations? Because certainly this is a very, very dangerous area when it comes to appeal, when appellate courts are looking at this and they're asking the same question. Was it needed? Did it override the prejudice that it brought to the case?
Now, police body camera footage shown to jurors violated his right to remain silent. That's what he's arguing. Why don't we go ahead and listen to a little bit more of that? And Jennifer, I'll talk with you about it on the other side.
You're not in trouble. Nobody said you were losing your daughter. Okay. So I want to make that clear. So all you know, I have my body cam on, just like everybody else is being on video recording. So you just need to find out where she is. That's all I'm concerned about. I mean, you're not in any trouble right now that I know of. Okay. You have no warrants. Okay. So where's your daughter so we can check on her to make sure that she's okay? Right now, I have nothing to say to you guys. But that's not what I'm just asking where she is. I have nothing to say. So you don't care if your daughter's okay or not? I do. I listen, I have nothing to say.
And Jennifer kept saying, I have nothing to say.
Right. So, I mean, he didn't confess anything. He didn't say anything about the crime. He just said he had nothing to say. So I don't see how he's arguing that, that was violating his rights. He was clearly not going to talk until he got a lawyer or until, there was some further questioning. So I'm not so sure how this is a ground for overturning his fiction.
Yeah, we'll continue to follow it and bring everyone updated on it when things get moving more on that case. Jennifer, thank you so much. David, we have to say goodbye to you. Have a great weekend. Jennifer, you're coming along with us.